So let's start with the first topic, which is how to map dependency fields. So before we go there, let's have a scenario whereas um, the marketing team wants to track campaign performance more accurately. So when a lead is created, the available campaign type option should depend on the selected lead source, ensuring only relevant campaign types can be chosen. Okay, let me just create a lead record just for a scenario. So we have a lead source and campaign type. So let's just say if I choose Facebook, the campaign type will depend on the lead source. So if we choose Facebook, the corresponding values will be shown for Facebook. So in our case, we have lead ads. So what if we choose Google Plus? The necessary or available value for the campaign type will depend on the lead source. Okay, so in order for us to do that, let me just leave first. Go to your setup. Then under customization, we have modules and fields. Then from there, choose a specific module. In our case, leads. So there are two ways for us to proceed of creating our own dependency fields. Either hover your leads, then from here an ellipsis will show. From there, just click Map Dependency Fields. Or if you already click the module, okay, from there you have to specify a layout. Okay, so from there you can just hover it, map dependency fields again, but you can also do this. So if you're already in the layout on fields, you can just click the setting icon, then proceed clicking the map dependency fields. Okay, so from here we have to choose a layout. Okay, so in our case we are having a scenario under standard layouts. As you can see, I already have created a sample. So let me just hit edit first. So here we have the parent type, the parent field, which is lead source, and our child field will be campaign type. So if I choose a lead source none, what will be the corresponding campaign type? So as you can see here, if lead source is none, a campaign type will be none. But recently, I've shown you an example. If we choose Google Plus, what will be the campaign type? So we have search ads. Same goes to other lead sources. So field, whatever field that you have chosen for your campaign type will be shown for your lead source. For example, if you want partner to have all campaign type, all you have to do is just like shift, then click everything. Okay. For example, let me just save this, and let me just create a lead for you, just to see how that already automatically saved. Then from our lead source, if we click partner, the corresponding field values will be shown under campaign type. Okay, so that's how it works for our map dependency fields. Okay, so the second topic that we'll be discussing is how to set up subforms in Zoho CRM. So what are subforms? So it allows you to capture multiple line item records within a single CRM record. So they are ideally for tracking repeated data such as products, payment schedules, or contact history related to one main record. So for us to create one, go to your setup. Then from there, we have modules and fields under customization. Select the desired module. For this case, let's just say leads. Then choose a layout. Let's just pick standard. Then on the left side, you'll see subforms. So let us just add it somewhere. Let's just say here under address. I think we can put it here. Okay, from there. Okay, so from there, subform properties will be shown. So you have to pick or choose the subform name, choose a subform type. It could be standard or static. Okay, So static means it allows you for predefined values for specific fields. Standard is basically allows multiple custom row entries to be associated within a record. Then we can specify how many rows that we are allowed to, and we can have it multiple rows simultaneously. Okay, just say um, subform demo. So once we hit done, our subform is already created, but from there we have to add a field. Okay, let's just say we want to add a single line. Let's just say surname. Another field, let's just say phone number, sub phone. Then let's just say last one is the date, sub date. Okay, so once we have saved, a notice was shown, update successfully. Okay, so let's just say we will create a record. It's just a sample. Okay, so if you scroll down, when you create a record, you'll see now your subform. Okay, you can actually reorder or clone your row. Okay, let's just say I'll create one. Let's just say um, row one name. Then this is your sub phone 23. Let's just say today's 5. Hit save. Oh wait, I have to create one. Okay, so if you wish to add more rows, just simply click add rows, as many as you want, but you have to keep in mind that there is a maximum rows. If you recall earlier, we have specified how many rows that we can add for your subform. Okay, you can actually change, or I mean reorder your row depending on your liking. Okay, so the next topic that we'll be discussing is how to add validation rules in CRM. So validation rules enforce data integrity by preventing records from being saved unless specific conditions are met. So these rules help ensure required formats, logical values, and business rules are followed. So let's just say we have a certain field, and once saved, an error will be prompted. Maybe it's because we wanted to notify the agent like, hey, you have selected this field, but you have to ensure that all necessary information are applied. Okay, let's just say before that, let me go to the configuration of validating rules. So go to your setup. Under that, head to your customization, then modules and fields. From there, choose a module, for this case leads. Then from there we have validation rules. Okay, so in this case I have already created a sample. Let me just open it for you. So here we have a lead source with a value of walk in. So it means that when lead source, we have to validate using this criteria, then the value is walk in. So if our value is walk in, this rule will be applied for all records. So what happens? Here we have a validation preference. We have stop with error or allow by alert. So I have added here an error message. Ensure all necessary fields are not empty. Okay, it could be error location or top page. So this is already saved. Let me just show you how it works. Okay, let me just hit refresh. So keep in mind we are in leads. Okay, and leads, then the layout is standard. Okay, so we are here on the creation of a lead record. Let me just quickly search the lead source. Okay, So lead source is walked in, and let me just do this first. When we hit save, error prompt will be present. If it's saved, there you go. Ensure all necessary fields are not empty. So it will vary or depend your business process works. Okay, maybe it's because you want to have an additional validation before a user save a record. Let's just say when the lead source is walked in, maybe we want to add an age or something like that. So it really depends on how your business process works in CRM. Okay. So the fourth topic will be how to customize related list. So what are these? So it is associated records from other modules. Um, it helps users quickly view relevant data and focus only on what matters. For example, let's just click a lead record. So on the left side are the related list per record. Okay. For this case, we're on leads. As you can see on the left side, we have one product of related list for Peter, and this is also available in the products module. Okay, let me just click this. Once we are in with that specific product record, on this specific product record of table games, under this related list we have a list of records associated to it. As you can see, Peter is already be seen here is because um, they are related to one another. Okay, if we click this again, we will be now redirected to the leads module. Okay, so if you wish to create your own related list, all you have to do is simply click here or from the setup. But for this case, let's just focus here first on the specific record, and a fast way to add a related list from a specific module is simply go to a record, then simply add related list. From here, we can select different ways to create one. First, we have multi-select lookup related list. We can have widgets, functions, queries, or those four. And if you have already an existing related list, you can just simply click this, and those related lists can be, you can select it, then it will now be shown on the left side. Okay. So for this case, let's just click multi-select lookup related list. From there, you have to choose a name and the uh, related module that you wish. So for testing purposes, let me just click this, click deals. Let's just say deals multi-related. Just let's do this. Hit save. There you go. So once you have added your related list, it will now be shown here on the bottom. But if you wish to have your custom related list to be added at the top, you can just click organize lead details. Then from there, you can just drag this, just click this one, then click move up, then hit save. That's it. Okay. So the last topic will be how to configure multi-select lookup fields. So what are those? So it allows you to associate multiple records from another module within a single field. This is useful when one record needs to reference several related records, such as multiple partners, tags, or campaigns. So for us to do that, go to your setup, then modules and fields under customization, then choose the module that you wish to edit. Okay, for this case, let's just focus on leads, then the layouts will be standard. And from there, you'll see multi-select lookup. So let's just drag this and put it, let's just say under lead information. Okay, so from there, we need to select a related module to leads that we can have a multi select lookup. Okay, just say we want to carry over or get a related value. Let's just say from deals. Okay, so for a field label, let's just say for demo purposes, let's just say um, deal multi lookup. Okay, then from here our field label related module would be um, let's just say leads multi lookup. Select layout to add this field. It will be standard. It can be all layout if you wish. Then from there we can allow creating relationship specific modules. So basically it means that a linking module with all the assigned records will be created. So for this case we'll just stick with the default one. Okay, so when we hit done, there we go. Let me just hit save, and there you go. Okay, let me just choose a sample record. Okay, from here, let me just edit this record for testing. So below here, we have a deal multi-lookup that we have created earlier. So if we click this, all the deals will now be shown, right? So that's how multi-lookup works. Basically, straight to the point. You just have to choose the related module that you wish. Then for this case, let's just say pick a random record, this one, or let's make it 2. Hit next. There you go. Assign deals to lead. Confirm. And there you have it. So let me hit save first. So if you go down, now we have 2 deal multi-lookup from our leads. Okay. So as you can see, we have now multi-lookups coming from deals. Okay. So that's it for having multi-lookups.